Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get Murda here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to up to $1,000 in bonus cash and get 2 free picks for this week only. The Patrick Mahomes free pick is for all customers. All he needs is 1 yard for an easy W on your first cash entry. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killer was good, man.
How you doing, bro?
Good, man. How the Is What It Is team was looking, man?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
they won.
They won.
They won, you know. I see you got your trophy, so you're keeping an eye on things, huh?
Yeah.
White Bread made his debut.
Oh, man.
Larry, you know, he's a veteran of the team.
Did he stink it up?
He won, he said.
Didn't stick it up. We won.
Got 0 field goals, White. You can put the camera on White if you want. White was 0 for 7 from the field.
Definitely not.
100% from the free throw line.
Definitely.
1, 2 for 2, and he had about 4 assists. 2 of them looked good.
Some
So he had a
rebounds.
triple single.
Nah, he wasn't even packed. He wasn't packed.
Yo, I had rebounds. Listen, I had rebounds.
Yo,
I had like
you
6
gotta have over
rebounds.
5 to have a triple single.
Nah, he
So
wasn't.
that's the first game in 8 years, and we won. 2-0. I played 2 games. So
Oh, my God.
Between him and Larry, they had 5 points. Larry hit a 3. The first 3 he come in.
I don't know why I did it either.
After that, 2 air balls.
Larry Ice in the vein.
So I came down to my with the 3 low. You put the 3 low like this. I said, okay, Larry's throwing good. Air balls,
Shout out to my
man.
squad.
You ain't see him no more?
Yeah. Shout out to Mark.
Mark,
Mark looked good. This is Mark's team.
Yeah.
Super duper shout out to Mark. And real quick before we move on, I want to PT's in the building today. I didn't say thank you, PT, for putting the Mike Tyson thing together for us the other day.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. That was one of our best episodes of the season. So thank you for PT for putting that together. I just wanted to say that before we forgot. But they won, Murda. They 1-0. Tuesday
Okay.
morning league.
Yeah. Titletown,
Tuesday
baby.
league.
Yeah.
Titletown?
Yeah.
Titletown.
We stepped up to Division 1. I found that out today.
Okay.
We Division 1 now, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made sure of that.
Titletown.
Well, shout out to y'all. We're going to start with the
Titletown is
Bills.
crazy.
Titletown.
You know, he said
They don't know Mason Titletown.
Yeah.
I asked Mike Tyson too, Murda. He didn't know you in Titletown.
Might get high.
Mike Tyson doesn't know you in Titletown. Deion Sanders doesn't know you in Titletown. What part of Titletown do you live in?
Who are your sources?
Matter of fact, I told you because you told me I played all my cards out too early. Nick, give me somebody from Titletown who doesn't know me. This is us we talking about Title. Give me anybody from Titletown real quick. Since I wasn't going to do this yet, but give me anybody from Titletown.
Yo, Murda, what up? It's JT here. Been talking to Cam, man. I love the show. I love what y'all doing. It's hilarious. Keep doing y'all thing. I'm going to pull up when I got time or hop on the Zoom whenever. But, man, I know you love the Knicks. You from New York or whatever. But you got to come to Titletown, bro. You got to come to Boston.
I've been rolling around Titletown, Murda.
Yeah, we have to run that back so y'all can hear it.
Hold on. Give me anybody from Titletown. I've been running around Titletown. I wasn't going to do this today, but Larry brought Titletown up. I know what he's thinking. I know.
Yo, Murda, what up? It's JT here. Been talking to Cam, man. I love the show. I love what y'all doing. It's hilarious. Keep doing y'all thing. I'm going to pull up when I got time or hop on the Zoom whenever. But, man, I know you love the Knicks, you from New York or whatever, but you gotta come to Titletown, bro. You gotta come to Boston.
What do you mean he doesn't know me in Titletown?
I'm just saying.
Wait. Isn't he from St. Louis?
But his Titletown is in Boston, so.
Oh, man. Tatum, I'm disappointed.
I thought you were going to say he ain't Batman.
Yeah, I expect this from Robin, you know? I expect that from Robin.
Yeah, so matter of fact, Nick, give me Batman real quick since he expects this from Robin. You got it? Since he I knew he was going to do that to Tatum. So I actually spoke to Batman as well. I loaded up.
I know Jaylen Brown ain't do that.
I'm just saying, if you say Tatum, now Tatum, I think it's two Batmans, but I knew Mase would try this. So Mase, you can grab the headphones if you want.
Mase a Florida dude, you know what I mean? So I can't never go against my Florida guy.
Mase a Florida dude?
Mase a Florida guy, man. I know he was raised in Harlem.
We ain't never see you entitled.
Oh yeah, Murda, you said I knew you would try. I knew you would go Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
So now we got boxers, football players, and now NBA Finals from Batman and Robin.
This is horrible, Jaylen Brown. This is horrible. As much as I went to bat for you when you had the mask on,
True,
when you lost your sneakers, you know, when they didn't put you on USA, this is crazy.
Yeah, man.
As a fellow Atlanta, what do they call it? ATLian.
Yeah,
ATLian.
man. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
But one thing's though, Murda, they all say they love you.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They say
This is crazy, Jaylen. Come on now. I don't expect that from you. You know what I'm saying? I expect light-skinned niggas to hate on us, but not you, Marietta. Come on, man. This is wow.
Yeah. There's more Titletown. I just thought since Mike brought up Titletown and basketball season, they started press day today. I've been trying to figure out what exact dress in Titletown. That's pretty much it, man. We'll leave it at that for today.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
think we're all looking now for the sources.
Let me tell you something, Stat.
I'm really disappointed at Jaylen Brown. That really.
What you say you expect from Robin? I knew you would say that.
You knew I was gonna brush that off. He light skinned. He got baby hair. You know.
You just said Mike was getting high. I already knew where this was going, so I was prepared. Let me tell you something, Stat. I know this nigga like the other day when I told him, don't get involved. And he talking about, what you know what I should do.
Right.
I know this nigga. So right now he's laughing, but his brain.
The wheels are turning.
In motion, when we get out of here, he's going to look for Patrick Mahomes. I already know his wheels are turning. That's the only thing that can stop this.
Facts.
We can go get Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, man.
But I got more people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll be back. Terminator 3, we'll be back. You better believe we'll be back.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, the people I've been talking to, it's only one person.
Yeah, these are new champions. These ain't the guys, you know?
Well, listen, we got Dion, who's an old champion.
Dion.
We got Mike, who's an older champion.
Yeah, you're right.
I got everything a little spread out, man.
And I feel like these are the guys because they're the current champs.
Yeah.
This is what you would say months ago.
I hear you. Stat, stop that, Stat. I expect better from you, Stat.
Hey, I just saying what I see. So,
they love you, though.
Yeah, all love.
They all said they like Tracy. Now, listen.
Tracy McGrady kept it real.
But he's not from Titletown. That's the problem. That's the problem.
You got niggas backing you ain't from Titletown.
They don't live there. So Tracy McGrady now, he's an all-time great.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley, he's one of these,
T-Mac. Shout out to T-Mac.
I'm
Shout
not
out
going
to
against
Tatum.
my Floridians, man.
Yeah, shout out to Tatum. We're going to let him rock.
All right.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bills beat the Jaguars 47-10 on Monday night. Are the Jaguars in trouble after seeing their record right now? And how have they been performing?
The Jaguars has always been in trouble. I don't think that at this point the money was worth it that they gave Trevor Lawrence. I don't mean to hate on nobody back, but the money they gave him, he got to get some wins, and he got to get some wins now. This is one of those teams that it supports the whole city. When it comes to Jacksonville and the smaller cities, that when the football team is doing well, it does well in so many different areas. So this is not a place where you could play subpar, and definitely below the bar when you're getting that kind of money. But after Killer speak, I'll say some more.
First of all, before I get to Jacksonville, right now, my leading candidate for MVP thus far is Josh Allen. His numbers is a career-setting first 3 games ever. He doesn't have Stephon Diggs. Everybody's going to wonder what happened with that. They started off 3-0. He's killing right now. And not just that, he's looking like he has a point to prove, especially everybody's talking about his safety blanket is going, which was Stephon Diggs, and I think he's a man on a mission. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, who's leading in the first 3 weeks. If I had to vote for MVP, it would be him. Jacksonville Jaguars, like Mase said, he's been disappointing for a while. Trevor Lawrence has lost his last 11 starts, if I'm not mistaken. He looks terrible, not throwing accurate, and this is his 4th year. The head coach said something has to change and everything's on the table. And then they asked about him, he said everything's on the table. Now, for people that don't know, Trevor Lawrence's backup quarterback is Mac Jones, who had a great year his first year with the Patriots. I'm not saying it was phenomenal. He finished 10-7. He didn't stink it up. They fell short of the playoffs, but he's not a bum. He's the backup for Trevor Lawrence right now. Where did Mac Jones grow up at? Jacksonville. So if Mac Jones gets a chance to get on that field, I think the crowd will go crazy. And if he wins some games, the crowd will eat it up. Now, the question is for the Jacksonville Jaguars, what do you do with somebody you're paying $55 million a year for the next however many years, and you got the backup doing well? These are questions that remain to be seen, and we'll see in the weeks to come. But the head coach did say everything's on the table. Mac Jones from Jacksonville, grew up in Jacksonville, not a bum. Trevor Lawrence isn't doing good. This is a soap opera we can't wait to see unfold.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to this this Buffalo team, Hamlin doing well and resurging as a dominant player is definitely a great look for Buffalo, especially what he went through, the previous year. And to see him get that pick was really phenomenal. And I just think this is just a turnaround year for him. I think the Jaguars, them going 0-3, this probably will lead to the coach being fired. Because the last time somebody went 0-3, who was that? Urban Meyer's one of them that started out 0-3. I think that was in 2021. And then at the end of the year, he was fired. So whoever's coaching right now, you better turn this around. You can't afford to lose this way in Jacksonville.
Okay, and then moving along. So Lions coach Dan Campbell's home address was leaked online by his daughter's classmate. Classmate allegedly leaked the address to his Snapchat after being upset with Campbell's coaching decisions after the NFC title game. He claims that he found humor in it. So Dan Campbell was forced to move out of his $1 million home because the people were harassing him and showing up to his house. What do you guys think about, people taking it this far just because of frustrations over coaching?
Putting a person's address out there, that's pretty dangerous. I mean, I know it's especially dangerous for rappers, but I don't know how dangerous it is for coaches. Maybe people show up and want to try out or something. I think it could turn into a lot of heckling. But when you got a 7,800 square foot house worth $4.5 million, that's not a house you want to move out of every day. And I'm quite sure they didn't want to move out of that house, but given the circumstances, they just had to move. And this just shows how much this generation doesn't care, you know? This generation is very ruthless. I mean, they're almost as ruthless as Eazy-E was, but, you know, it's just crazy. I mean, to think of it. What would you do if your daughter did that? I know you don't have a daughter, but what would you do if your child leaked the address?
Dads love their daughters from what I hear, so I don't know how much we can really do. Like, I'm not putting you on the spot. Who you like better?
I don't have an answer to that. I love them both equally, but
you love your dad.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
dog.
from what I hear, I have wanted a daughter when I was thinking about having a second child, because I hear, like, you know, the daughter-father relationship is super duper dope and all this. So how mad could I be at my daughter asking me? I don't know. I'll be mad, like, yo, you violating. But how mad are you gonna really be? What you gonna do? Kick ass? Like, you can't even kick his ass no more. So
Yeah, you go to jail for that.
yeah. So I'm not sure exactly how mad I would be. But moving on to my opinion of this is dangerous. It's really dangerous. And technology, we act like we use it for what we need it for, but then we go above and beyond. Putting this man's address on the internet because of coaching decisions is really, really crazy. You see fights at football games all the time and in crowds, and it's baseball games. It's things that you see in the audience, or pardon me, things you don't see in the audience that happen at these games all the time because they don't want them revealed. I remember Tubby Smith coaching in Kentucky, and y'all could Google this because it's probably older than the people watching, some of us. And he was the coach of Kentucky, and Kentucky takes their basketball too serious. It's like ridiculous out there. Like Louisville and Kentucky is like the real Bloods and Crips of sports. It's blue, it's red, they hate each other, they're only a few miles apart from each other. It's a real big problem between Louisville and Kentucky. And Smith was coaching Kentucky and they weren't winning. And they would come by his house and write nigga on the house and all type of crazy shit, which eventually led from him not coaching Kentucky anymore. Dan Campbell looked like a tough nigga. If he him laughing it off is even crazy, but still having to move out your house, it's a real inconvenience. It's very inconvenient. But that's how serious sports is. To be honest with you, this is what kind of why I wanted to dive in the sports field, because and I know I talked about this a few times. I would be on the phone with my friends before I started this show and be arguing for 2 hours and not realizing it's 2 hours. And I look at the phone when I hang up and say 2 hours and 12 minutes, and we've been arguing about sports. Sports and politics aren't ever going to go anywhere. They're always going to be talked about. And people take that shit very seriously. Detroit, I don't think it's to the level of where Kentucky is, because they're happy to be back where they're at. For people to go by his house and harass, listen, y'all haven't been that relevant in a long time. This man got y'all somewhere where y'all haven't been in a long time. So to go by his house and harass, calm the fuck down. Y'all have another season coming up, which is this season, and let's see where he gets y'all in. But y'all haven't been that relevant for years. So I think Dan Campbell deserves a little bit more respect than people coming by his house harassing.
Yeah, whole situation is definitely crazy, but happy that they're in a safer situation and they got most of it figured out. Okay, so Brett Favre announced at the hearing that he was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He is currently on trial for allegedly receiving more than $2 million in federal welfare funds to use on personal projects. So what does this announcement from him at the trial, do you think, mean for his trial?
Oh, man. When you're talking about welfare funds, they gave Brett Favre $2 million, or how many dollars?
Yeah, it said allegedly he got like $2 million, yeah.
Of welfare funds. This is the same Brett Favre that got millions from the NFL. Now $2 million from welfare funds. I want to choose my words wisely, but I don't want to use my words wisely, because why would you give them welfare funds? They couldn't think of another fund to give them money from than the welfare funds. They could have gave them the good old boy fund. They could have given them a lot of different funds, but welfare. I thought welfare was for people that need help taking care of themselves. And when that's the case, you shouldn't give it to a person that already made millions. I hate when people that have money try to use other people's money to help people. Like, you should use your money first. You should be the first contributor to what you're talking about. And I'm totally not in favor of this. Now, him being diagnosed with Parkinson's, my prayers can go out for that. But I'm also not in favor of people bringing up sickness when they're brought on the table for something they did wrong. I really don't like that. I don't like when people go to court and now they're blind all of a sudden. I don't like when people go to court and all of a sudden they need a wheelchair. I'm not in favor of any of it. You know, if you didn't have the wheelchair before, don't bring it out for court. It's not going to work on me. I'm very insensitive to that.
So you saying Bill Cosby wasn't blind when he went to court? Is that what you said?
I thought it was pretty convenient that he couldn't see on court day, you know?
Suge went blind too, they said.
Yeah. Yeah, Pac was in a wheelchair too.
Pac was shot up. I ain't gonna do that. Pac.
No, we're not gonna do that to Pac.
Yeah. But Suge and Bill Cosby.
Yeah. And what's his name? Weinstein, right?
Weinstein.
He had the crutch when he was going in.
Okay, I ain't keep up with his case.
Yeah. Every time when niggas go to court, something is wrong, they can't walk.
Yeah, it's like the movie Casino. They was in in real life, not just the movie, that was a real life situation. They was in the courtroom with oxygen masks and everything else. Then when they went behind the scenes to deliberate, they took all the shit off and had a meeting. Look, Mase hit the nail on the head, pause, is that Brett Favre stole money. And it shouldn't be just Brett Favre. It's the governor or the legislators or all the people that were involved giving him the money. He wanted money to build a volleyball court, a football field, whatever it was something that wasn't a necessity. And he was saying, find me some money. Yo, you the governor, find me some money. And they would find him $100,000 here. They would find him $75,000. I need another 300. They would find him money. So all to me, not just Brett Favre is the name, but all them people that were involved in soliciting and giving him the money, they need to be just as much as in trouble as he is. And I'm not saying they're not, because I haven't done the due diligence on the case, but I did see a background story on TNT. They did a good job doing the story. All those people that were giving him the funds, The Rich and Shameless is called on TNT. It was dope. All those people giving him the funds, they need to be in just as much trouble.
Who was the volleyball court for?
Don't quote me on it. It was, I don't know if it was volleyball or what it was, but it was for something. His daughter's team was something like that. Something that wasn't a priority. So basically, that's why I said, I like what you said. You're taking from people who need money, the poor people, let's be more specific, poor colored people, and giving it to people who already have money. They just need a new field or facility or whatever it was. What, you have it?
Yeah, it's a new volleyball stadium, and his daughter was on the team. So
that's what.
And where is this located? In Mississippi?
Yeah.
I'm totally against that, because in Mississippi they need the money like crazy. The African American people, there's a lot of things that could be helped out with, and I'm not gonna count their pockets, but he could have gotten that money from his other football friends. You know, if it's just for volleyball and it's just to help the kids, they could have wrote that off.
So like I was saying, I just didn't remember what sport it was, but how convenient is it that his daughter's on the team and they need a new stadium? Listen, I remember Dion being coaching when he was in the HBCU, and they ran out of water in Mississippi. He had to call Walmart to get him water. The field was messed up. He was out there mowing the football field himself. And especially shout to them people in Jackson, Mississippi. Certain parts of Mississippi, the poverty line is really, really low. So for you to do this...
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. And then what I'm saying is, for him to do this is just really crazy. For your daughter's volleyball team, which I'm pretty sure had money already, but y'all want a new stadium, which is crazy. Now, for a couple years, he's been ducking these charges. Finally, they said we're going to bring him to trial because it probably went public. I'm with Murda, man. It's mighty convenient. And I know, God bless, if you really got Parkinson's. But what a hell of a time to announce it. Did you just get Parkinson's? Did you have it before? Like, I'm just saying, for a time to announce it during a trial where you're going against people that's accusing you of stealing money from the welfare system. Because it's in Mississippi, to me, this story doesn't have as much light as it should. And if it was in another state where it was, let's say, a bigger urban community or more city states, like where you have LA or Chicago or New York, Houston even, maybe Miami, this story would be really big. They're trying to sweep it under the rug. It hasn't been swept under the rug. And now you have Parkinson.
Yeah, and to name the fund, Killer, listen to this. It's called the Temporary Assistant for Needy Families Fund.
Yeah. That's one of them shits, make a name up, incorporate it, slide it under here. And I'm glad you named that, because a lot of things go on and people never get to the business level to see how Ponzi's and all this ran. And that's what they do. They they build a corporation. You send it to the corporation, so therefore you hope that it never gets audited or never gets discovered. And when you say the needy, most of the time they're not going to investigate the needy. And whoever discovered this was going on, props and kudos to you, because most of the time people would just be like, okay, whatever. So whoever figured this out, salute to you.
Yeah, and this is corruption at its finest. When you think of corruption, because that means the money was allocated for something and it gets used for something else. And when you talk about kids going without the things, the proper necessities that they need, people like this is the predators of that. So though I love Brett Favre and what he did at Green Bay, I can't stand with him on this. I just can't.
Yeah. And I'm all for usually like beating the system and if you can get away with it, but this is a different type of situation. And like you guys said, the timing was just a lot going on.
The system. This is a bad time to say that.
No, I said not in this situation.
All right, but it's a bad
not
time
in
to
this
bring it up.
situation. I'm just saying, making that clear. And so
You
that's
beat
why
the system.
it's not beat yet.
Okay. He tried.
All
right.
But Parkinson's disease is a big deal. So I'm hoping that, he is okay, because a lot does happen along with that.
At this point, no disrespect. And when you say disrespect, no disrespect, most times it's disrespect. We can't even believe that you have Parkinson's until we get a doctor's note. We can't trust you. You can't be trusted at this point, bro. No, you can't be trusted, man. I'm not saying that you have done to do, but shit like this, everything you do from here on out needs a background check.
Mm.
And this is what happens with criminals, though. When you come home from jail as an average black person, or I don't know if whites go through this, they want to. You have to have. If you're paroled or anything, we can't hire a felon. No, we can't give you the job because you've been convicted of XYZ. It goes on your jacket. And Brett, this is on your jacket. Now, have you been convicted? No, not yet. But whether even if you beat this case, it's like the governor and the mayor and the judges and everything else. So even if you win, you're going to be guilty in the public court of opinion.
Great point. Okay. There are 5 undefeated NFL teams left after week 3, which is the Steelers, Seahawks, Chiefs, Vikings, and Bills. Which team do you guys trust the most, meaning most complete? Who do you guys think will kind of keep that streak the longest out of the other teams?
This is, who's number one, right? We trust the Chiefs. If there's anybody to trust, it's the Chiefs. All of you that are watching this in TV land, YouTube land, wherever you're watching this, first subscribe to the channel and go with the Chiefs. Go with what I'm saying, because I'm hardly ever wrong, The Chiefs, then I go with the Steelers. I hate to say it. The Steelers look pretty strong.
Why do you hate to say it?
Because, I don't like jumping on the bandwagon, and then I would go the Bills and the Vikings. the teams I wouldn't really go with. But, you know, when you ask the question, I got to answer truthfully.
I agree with Mason. So further notice, Kansas City Chiefs. I would go with Buffalo second over the Steelers because Buffalo has been to the playoffs year after year after year. Steelers are just happy to be 500 the previous years. I'll put the Steelers after them. And who's the last two teams? Minnesota and who? The Seahawks? I'll put the Seahawks fourth, and then I'll put Minnesota fifth. Just because, you know, I like what Geno Smith is doing over there in Seattle. And I trust Mike Tomlinson more than that. But the problem with the Bills and the problem with the Steelers is that you're in the AFC and Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC. And until somebody does something about Patrick Mahomes, you just can't go against Patrick Mahomes. So as good as the Bills look, as good as the Steelers look, the big dog in the AFC, and not just the AFC, in the NFL, is Patrick Mahomes. Now, who looked the best so far? I would say the Bills look the best. But I'm just not going to go against Patrick Mahomes. That's, to me, it's like saying, if we're sitting here saying if Floyd Mayweather, if I'm using a box analogy here, won his last 4 fights by decision, and the person he's about to fight had 3 knockouts in the last 10 fights. Just because you had 3 knockouts does not mean you're going to beat Floyd Mayweather in a regular fight. They look spectacular, but he'll make you look average when you get in the ring with him. So I'm not going to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the biggest problem for the Bills and the Steelers, y'all are in the same conference as them.
Good analysis. Okay. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will talk about the highest paid quarterbacks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. On Sunday, the Bears will play the Rams. Underdog has Matthew Stafford at 219.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
The Bears, higher. Just because it's the Bears.
Is Cooper Kupp hurt? Could you Google that before?
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's hurt? Lower. Thanks, White. I just need to know that. Cooper Kupp's hurt. I'm going lower.
Okay. Caleb Williams is at 217.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Dang.
Lower.
Just real quick, y'all liking Caleb Williams or?
I don't like him since I seen him with his dog like that. I mean, he won his last game. What'd he do? You know, it was
Gotcha.
whatever, you know, Bo Nix.
Yeah, Cam didn't even know his name.
Yeah, I kept calling him Collab and all that.
I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, him and Bo Nix, look, it's not, and look, I'm tough on niggas, pause, because this how I talk with my niggas. If I'm talking to niggas, this how I talk with niggas. Now, am I going to say and act like niggas could come into the NFL and just be superstars the first 3 weeks? It's not as easy as it looks. I'm talking shit. Could I do it? Hell no. Could the average person do it? Hell no. Not could an average college quarterback that played 4 years or 9 years, if you're from Miami, come in the NFL and do it. It's not likely.
Shots.
Yeah, it's not likely for anyone. Yeah, it's not likely for anybody. Look, we're sitting here talking about Trevor Lawrence, who's been in the league 4 years, who I thought would be a superstar when he left Clemson, stinking it up, and possibly his job may be on the line. So is it easy? No, but that don't mean I'm gonna give you no slack. No, I don't really like what he's doing. To answer the reason behind what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think before the whole year is over, Caleb should turn up. He's getting enough opportunity to do so.
Let me ask you a question, both of you guys. I'm gonna ask both of you. Who do you think's better? And I know this is his first year. Caleb Williams, or what's your guy's name right now for Steelers?
Justin Fields?
Yeah. Who you
Who I
think?
think is better, Justin Fields
And
than Caleb.
Justin.
he couldn't do it in Chicago. Doesn't work in Chicago. Now, if Caleb Williams turns around and turns the organization around, great. But you had a quarterback that's better than Caleb Williams last year, and he couldn't get it done.
And it's going to get cold in Chicago.
Very cold.
And he's used to Southern Cal.
Very different situation. Well, it is his first year, so I'm hoping, all goes well, but you just never know. And you see there.
It was Justin Fields' first year one time, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I'm not wishing bad on the kid. I'm just saying that Chicago, in the last however many decades, doesn't seem to put the right pieces around their quarterback.
Yeah.
And it isn't just a quarterback situation. So I'm not going to say Caleb Williams is responsible for changing the whole franchise. He can't throw it to himself. He can't call all the plays. He has an offensive coordinator. He has a head coach. Everybody needs to be on the same page. That's why I was saying, like, when it comes to football, it's the ultimate team sport. When I go to the studio and do a song or whatever, I just need the engineer. Really, the producer can send me beats. I don't even need the producer in the studio.
Yeah.
When I go do a song in the studio, it's me and the engineer. If you ever see the end of a movie, how many people have to be on the same page? You ever look at the credits? It takes 7 minutes for the credits to go down like this. They were going this slow.
The key grip, the sound technician.
There's 7 minutes of names on both sides of the screen of how many people have to be on the same page. I would have shot 900 movies if I had people on the same page all the time, but that's how many people have to be on the same page when you're shooting a movie. In football, you have to have
special teams,
33 players on the same page. Defense, offense, and special teams. Not only that, your coaches everybody has to be on the same page. And so I'm not putting the onus on Jaylen Williams, but you have to have you have to be in the right system.
Good point. Okay, and Kyron Williams is at half a rushing and receiving touchdown. Higher or lower, Mase?
I don't even know who that is.
He's actually pretty good. Rams running back.
Yeah, I still don't know who he is. So I'm gonna go with Cam. Answer on this. Hey, no disrespect. I don't know what to say.
Me what? What you mean?
I don't know.
Whatever answer you go with.
You going with my answer? How many yards was it?
Half rushing and receiving touchdown.
How many?
Half of a rushing and receiving touchdown.
What is a half?
You gotta just get one.
One, either rushing or receiving touchdown, basically.
I don't know the niggas. I ain't gonna sit like I know the niggas.
What you think, White?
If anybody gonna score on the Rams, it would be him.
That's how it
I would take it.
Yeah.
I would take that.
He ain't better than Cooper Kupp.
Nah, he's out.
Oh, but
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So don't act like I don't know the niggas who matter. Nigga.
yeah.
All right.
He must be a new guy.
He is new
Yeah,
word.
he's a
It's
running
just
back.
funny when y'all say this because every time you guys say you don't know somebody, then I feel like they end up turning up after. So
Well, maybe they listening. Good.
I really don't know you. I really don't know you.
Word.
Yeah, make them turn up.
Yeah.
Make them know your name.
Yeah. So listen, Sted, I'm glad that you said that because that means niggas want us to know them.
Yeah.
Pause.
Very good point. Okay.
So I'll go higher too.
Higher. Both.
Off white.
Both higher.
I'm going off white.
Okay.
Cole Cam.
Let's go.
Okay. If you guys like these picks, remember you get 2 free picks this week. So if you're not already on Underdog, make sure to sign up now so you can make your picks too. Okay. So let's discuss the highest paid quarterbacks right now. First is Dak Prescott, then Joe Burrow, then Trevor Lawrence, then Jordan Love, then Tua. Obviously, I have the whole list. I read the top 5. Based on this list and the performances you guys have seen so far, do you guys think that this is correct?
Well, when you ask that question, that it's not correct.
Mm-hmm.
You name the names that you name. Go ahead and say them again for the people listening.
Dak Prescott is highest paid. Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Jordan Love.
Okay.
Tua.
I mean, he would be worth the money if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Pause. But, I mean, you don't have Josh Allen up there.
Mm-mm.
You don't have Jalen Hurts up there. You don't have Jared up there. And you don't have Patrick Mahomes up there.
Yeah.
So these are the guys that should be the highest paid players. The highest paid quarterbacks, should be Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrows, Jalen Hurts, Jared, and Matthew Stafford. That would be my list of who should be the highest paid quarterback. But you got a lot of these guys that came right around the time when Deshaun Watson got his money, like Killer stated in previous takes, and now they're the recipients of this bad deal.
Mhm.
Now it was a bad deal for him, so it's like music when you hear one person got a certain amount for a show. You're like, wait a minute, ain't no way they paying him that amount of money and they're paying me this, and then it just goes from there.
And then real quick for context, so Pat Mahomes is actually tied in 12th with Kirk Cousins money-wise. So I just think it's interesting seeing
That's
the numbers,
super crazy.
seeing what we're seeing, and then seeing how much they're getting paid.
That
for the
is
year.
super crazy to say Kirk Cousins and Pat Mahomes is getting paid the same amount. We got to do better than this. Taylor Swift, get on this. Ain't nothing happening in the Chiefs unless Taylor Swift sign off on it. Taylor Swift, go ahead and get Pat Mahomes the money.
Not with her husband.
All right, we're going to say Kelsey all day.
Unless he changed who he voting for.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Looking at this list, so you have Jordan Love on here too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's just out of control. that's just wild out of control to have Jordan Love on this list. God damn. Seemed like Aaron Rodgers just left the night before last. If I'm not am I bugging, or did Aaron Rodgers just
they're
leave?
getting wild.
Did Aaron Rodgers just leave the Green Bay Packers? I know I'm not bugging. So I'm looking at the list, and I don't really, like I said, I try my best not to agree with the nigga Murda, but it's just out of, this whole list is out of pocket, yo. It's out of pocket.
This is definitely a come on my nigga moment.
Yo, listen.
This whole list is come on my nigga.
This is out of pocket, the whole list, I'm being totally honest with you. And listen, as much as I love Joe Burrow, is what have you done for me lately? As
you switching up on Joe?
No, I ain't gonna switch up on him, but it's what have you done for me lately? And the reason that I say that is because they started off 0-3.
Yeah.
Let's not act like he hasn't gone to a Super Bowl the year the year before last. Let's put it like this: the last year he was healthy. Now, does he have a happy receiver? No. Is the organization paying his receiver? No. Is it disgruntled? Yes. Did he have his best receiver in training camp? No. Did he have him in mini camp? No. But with all praise the quarterback gets when they win, so when they don't win, the quarterback has to get the blame as well. So that's the only reason I'm saying no to Joe Burrow with an 0-3 start. Is he good? He's good. But if we're going off pay and play, no, not at the moment. Hopefully I'll put Joe Burrow back where he needs to be, but as presently, no. Trevor Lawrence, he lost his last 11 starts. Talking about possibly being benched when his coach says everything's on the table. Jordan Love, he just got hurt. He just started last year for the first time, and he's in 4th place of highest paid quarterback, which is crazy to me. Not saying don't get your money, nigga, but it's wild. What are we going to say about Tua? I want you to get better, bro, and all that, but come on. This makes for come on, my nigga. We got people begging him to retire. People, family, loved one, friends, other analysts are begging to retire.
Are we adding them to that list of people they said we need it once a week? This nigga gotta go.
I think that he needs to be added to the list only because of his injuries. I think his play may warrant that pay, but what's the slogan? The best ability is availability. And if you're not available, you shouldn't be able to play. So
we're not kicking him out, but his stuff is by the door.
Well, we need a meeting with him. We have to have a meeting with him to see if he's one of them. We need to have like what the mob say, we have to have a sit down. We have to have a sit down. Justin Herbert, I like Justin Herbert. I just don't think, look, Michael Irvin made a good point when he was on here on Monday morning, saying that that Harbaugh has a special plan. He's saying that his previous quarterbacks his previous coaches, seen the style of quarterbacking and coaching they were doing for the Chargers didn't work. He's trying a different approach. I think as 6, I'm not mad at him at 6. Lamar Jackson, he should be higher. Not mad at Jalen Hurts is 9. Kyler Murray is 10. The ultimate disrespect, like Mase said, is 2 people for me that's under 10. And the 2 people for me is Patrick Mahomes at 12, which is ridiculous, and Josh Allen at 14. Those are 2 people. Now we're talking about, see, the thing about it is we got them at 12 and 14, but if we talk about top 5 quarterback play, you might have them at 1 and 2. So we know Patrick Mahomes took a pay cut when he could have got more to keep some people around, but if we're talking about best players, now it isn't about, it's kind of like if you ever seen the movie Training Day, he says, not what you know, it's what you can prove. And that's what the agent comes in. It's not how good you are, it's how much your agent could negotiate. That's what it's really about. So if you got an agent that can negotiate this for you, kudos to him. I forget who the fuck we was talking about, and we gave him mad props to his agent, and it turned out his father was the agent in the NBA last season. I forget who it was.
Yeah, from the Pistons.
No.
The light-skinned nigga that used to play with the Sixers.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris,
because the Pistons gave him a wild amount of money, and we was like, whoever the fuck his agent is, he need to take that nigga out all the time. But come to find out, it's Tobias Harris' father, so they're keeping the money in house. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. It's not how good you are, it's how much your agent or yourself could negotiate. Bottom line.
Okay. So this next topic, a lot of people, I don't even think know of this issue or know that it's happening. So I definitely wanted to bring awareness in addition. So a swimmer at Gettysburg College carved the N-word into their fellow teammates' chests at a swim gathering using a box cutter. The student is the only Black kid on the team, and it was carved by someone he considered a friend. And then the school said students involved are not participating in swim team activities pending the outcome of the student conduct process. So after hearing that and hearing what happened and what, is happening to the students, what do you guys think about the situation, especially it happening now?
Wait. They carved nigga in his chest?
Like the only Black kid on the team. Yeah.
Did they hold him down?
I don't know how it happened. I just know they carved it on his chest.
I think this is crazy. This is interesting. This is interesting for a lot of reasons. I could only imagine if it was my son or somebody else, I would be livid. And it's better that they get a lawsuit because the parents could take this a lot of different ways. And it speaks to the mindset of people. Like a lot of times people act like they're not racist. This is racism at its highest. And to say that this happened in Pennsylvania is crazy because it's so close to Philadelphia, I'm at a loss of words to say that they carved this in his chest. And I'm thinking about they had to be holding him down. I don't think no kid is that mild-mannered that they're going to stand there while you write N-I-G-G-A in your skin. After the first N, he should have been, fighting or something. But to say that they held him down and did this, if they did, this is very criminal. They should be prosecuted in the highest form of the law. I think, whether students or not. I think whoever is the AD need to get on top of this. Whoever the coach is responsible also. I would be holding everybody liable for what just took place.
I don't have much to add to it. Mason made a good point. What I add is this: I just need to know more of the story before I can even make a statement on it, to be totally honest with you, because if you're not tied down, you're not holding me down and carving nothing in my chest. Was this some hazing situation where he allowed it? Because they say he considered the guy to be a friend. That's the only thing that I have the information on. And even if it was hazing, that's above and beyond. I just can't understand, and I don't want to seem insensitive, because you don't know what, like May said, They could have been holding them down, tied them down. I have no idea. But to stand there and have somebody do that to you, I'm not sure how this works. Mase said great things, and until I got more information, I won't elaborate on it because I'll go the fuck off.
Yeah.
Once I get more information.
I mean, it probably was something where along the lines where it seemed as if he probably wanted to be in a sorority. I mean,
that's why I said, like, was it hazing or whatever? That's the point.
And they're like, oh, we're going to brand you. And he thought they was going to write something different. And when they looked at his chest, like, wait a minute. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Well, either way, like, their family is saying they think a hate crime. I don't exactly know how it happened. And as I get more details, that will be shared. But I still think it's a little interesting because if they are adults that no names were released for anything, there's a lot of other things that happen that they are quick to like say who people are. So I think in this case that it's all like under wraps and kept quiet. And then they're saying they don't know if the student left on their own terms or was booted from the school. To me, it's looking real, very question mark.
Yes, and campus safety should have instructed them if they did. Kudos to them. If they didn't, you have to tell them to contact law enforcement.
Okay, and then last topic before we end. So your boy, Jaylen Brown, makes his own sneaker brand after issues with Nike. The brand is called 741, marking a bold new chapter in his career. He turned down $50 million in endorsements to release this, and he said, 741 is more than just a sneaker brand. It's a statement about independence, creativity, and ownership. What are you thinking about him taking this ownership? And do you think that the shoe will sell well, Mase?
Put the camera on me. This is why you don't do that, Jaylen Brown. Because now I have the mic, you know? I'm not going to do what you did to me. I'm going to support you. See, the old me, the me killer trying to bring out on your sneaker debut. See, this is why you don't go with Killer. Killer was setting you up on your sneaker debut.
I wasn't there. I'm just telling you that people have been wondering if they seen you around Titletown. I do want the old Murda. Where's the old Murda?
It just so happened on your sneaker debut. Oh, man. I'm a relapse right here. I don't know if they're wearing 741s in Titletown. Put the camera on Stat. See, Stat, this is why you don't play with Mase, man. This is why you don't do this. Nah, shout out to Jaylen Brown. I'm going to be buying a few pair of the 741s, and I'll be wearing them in Titletown, Jaylen. So to make this all good, we're going to do a commercial. I'm going to let you know. We're going to make a commercial for the 741s. I'm going to be in it. We're going to let Cam be in it, too. We're going to let Cam be in it. We're going to get the brand going for you. I'm not going to do it. You're trying to trigger me, Cam. I see what you're trying to do. And then Jaylen, then Tatum going, it's too sensitive. You almost got me,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Only reason it ain't get you because the speaker was fucked up. Would have rolled right. Hey, but listen, Murda.
Yeah.
We'll be hearing from more people from Titletown throughout the rest of the season. It's more people you'll be hearing from in Titletown.
I'm going to be ready.
Listen, and don't threaten Nick either. I'm telling you that publicly. Do not threaten my man Nick about what's going on. He signed the NDA. Leave Nick alone. He got nothing to do with this. All right? Leave Nick out of this.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, listen, You went to my hometown. You should've- Once you went to Ohio, you and Mo.
All the gloves is off.
Mo is off. Mo,
You next, Mo.
Yeah, Mo, you next. Mo sending me videos all weekend. He was on the field, Ohio State. Mo, listen, for you, Mo, real quick, because you my nigga too. We got your back in Ohio State. You was all the way in Connecticut. We the ones who got you back. You want to start on me? You want to do this to me? All you want to
talk to Mo
you
like
all
Jews.
want to Pelican Bay, nigga. Listen, Mo, we got your back. They see how smart you was and your potential. You from college, Titletown. You gonna do this to me, nigga? Bet. I don't know why. Me and this nigga say now, if niggas want to play, we gonna go to the wheels fall off. You're welcome, Mo. Congrats. I finished with congrats, Jaylen Brown.
That was crazy.
Congrats to Jaylen Brown. I will be purchasing some sneakers, man, and I know what you went through with all the different major sneaker brands, so on the serious note, we fucking around, but I'll be purchasing some sneakers. Congratulations.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to y'all. Okay. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.